I've had a long day. A long week. Hell, I've had a long semester, and I am finally home before 5 p.m., sitting in front of the TV, watching episode 5 of Sugar, and eating the spiciest Himalayan food I've ever had. I told Yak and Yeti on the phone, extra spicy. Most of the time, it is not extra spicy. It is usually barely spicy. But for some reason, this time, they took me seriously. This is when I'm at my happiest, watching a good show that is beautifully shot and well crafted. See how I use the word crafted? Because that's what it is, well crafted, thought out and made with care. After each episode, I call Mom to hypothesize about the motivation that obsessively moves the protagonist forward. The sequences of old black and white movies are cut in as flashbacks in lieu of the characters' memories, and the scenes are shot pensively and intentional. I'm always left pining for the next episode. And then I see a notification flash on my phone. I mean it when I said Yak and Yeti took me seriously this time. My eyeballs were sweating. I love spicy food. And a good show. The world's worries were set aside for a moment. But that notification, I must check. Protesters clash with police in Atlanta. Oh, why? I have to read this. I put down my food, pause my show, and read the article, all the while repeating in my head, First Amendment, First Amendment, First Amendment. First, I think it prudent to establish what the First Amendment says. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. And here comes the relevant bits. Or the right of the people to peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And there it is. We have the right to peaceably assemble and petition the government. Then why are there always police there? No matter what side of any issue you fall on as a United States citizen, you want the right to protest protected, and you should wholeheartedly protect that right. The key word here is peaceably. Now, some protests may indeed be disruptive, but that does not mean they are not peaceful. The point is to protest with your voice and body and air your grievance publicly without fear of threat of violence or reprisal. If you disagree with protesters, by all means, form an opposing protest and let everyone know how you feel. But no one has the right to incite violence, inflict violence, or disrupt the rights we as U.S. citizens possess with incarceration, detainment, or bodily harm. If you are a police officer or a National Guard, your first and foremost duty is to protect the rights of U.S. citizens. If you are detaining, arresting, inciting violence, or inflicting violence, you are not a police officer or a National Guardsman. You are a fascist. We used to allow heinous and I mean absolutely atrocious people protest funerals of children slain at school shootings without the slightest bit of disruption. But now the thought of anyone protesting anything that is slightly off center, and the protesters are met with violence. This must end. In unison, we must all agree to protect this fundamental right. I read the article and was sorely disappointed with the so-called adults in the room. I still required me time, so I returned to my happy place with the notion that I would write something afterwards. Here it is, at least for now. My food is gone. It was divine. Episode 5 is over. A cliffhanging moment leaves me anxiously anticipating next Friday. And for now, I still have my First Amendment rights. I will protect yours. Will you protect mine?